I'm here with Riana from the Noble Experiment, which is a craft gin distillery here in Johannesburg, South Africa. And she's going to tell us about how she started and about her amazing gins, and I think she also makes vodka as well. Riana, how did you decide to start this distillery?
Renee, I've always been into cooking and love creating flavors and started playing at home with making alcohol because obviously more than food, I really enjoy alcohol. So I started at home and made some gins in a 5-liter pot still. I think I tested quite a couple of friendships. Some of those were really not nice. But eventually, after a couple of years, I managed to get my recipes and formulations right. This rhubarb gin that we're drinking today, it took me 2 years to get it where it is today before I was happy with it. So yeah, I started in the kitchen, then moved to the bar, and from there I moved into my premises in Kailani.
You also make vodka, right?
I do. I am the only one in South Africa that ferment rice to make the vodka from the rice. It's a very clean spirit. There's no husks or skins involved on the rice. It's a very clean spirit. So obviously, no hangover from that vodka.
That's the vodka to drink, for sure. Tell us just a rough idea of the process. You know, for example, how long does it take to make a batch and how much do you get out of the batch?
So I've got a very small distillery. Obviously, I run the distillery by myself. I have to be able to manage everything. So all my vessels are only 200 liters. So I will ferment 200 liters at a time because I do not buy in alcohol. I produce all my own alcohol in the distillery. If I do a fermentation, if I do rum, for instance, I do also make a rum that's not bottled yet. It's still sitting in a bourbon cask, aging. It's beautiful. Rum fermentation will run for about 5 days. That ferments at a higher temperature than the vodka. For my vodka, I use a champagne yeast, and that doesn't like to go above 26 degrees. So that one runs a little bit longer, 7 days. Then I need to strip it to get to the low wines, and from there I need to do the rectifying run. Then I have a vodka, and then there's still extra distillation before I can actually make a gin.
You were saying that you're making rum and you put it in a cask. How long do you leave it in the cask?
6 months in the whiskey cask, and from there we move on to a used bourbon cask. Bourbon cask only get used once in the States, so then it goes into the bourbon cask and it sits there for another 12 months.
Sounds interesting. I'm looking forward to taste it.
Beautiful flavors of banana, vanilla, butterscotch.
Yeah. And talking about flavors, what kind of, what do you call it, like herbs and stuff?
Botanicals?
Botanicals, yes. Do you like to use in your gins?
Well, obviously you have to have the juniper berries. That's first and foremost the main ingredient of a gin. Otherwise you could not call it gin. And then I also like to play with the South African Fynbos botanicals. My latest edition, African Dry, it's got a mixture of the sour figs that grow on the dunes. And then we've got buchu in there, we've got rooibos, we've got honeybush. So I love to use the international botanicals, but then also pairing it with the local botanicals just to keep the South African spin on things. With this, rhubarb's very English, but South Africa doesn't have a rhubarb gin. So I made the rhubarb gin, but to keep the local twist, I've added some baobab fruit.
Riana also won an award. Tell us about that.
Yes, I was awarded the Women Distiller of the Year in 2020.
High five for girls.
By the South African Wine and Spirits Awards in Cape Town.
Well, that's fantastic, you know, girl power.
So boys can enter, but unfortunately they can only get their products awarded. They cannot win the trophy.
Because it's for the girls.
It's for the girls.
It's for the girls. Cheers
So
for the girls. I'll be adding all the information on where you can buy Riana's gin at the bottom of this video. And she also has a Facebook page which you can follow, and you can contact her and see where you can buy it. Instagram, TikTok. I'll add all of that as well. And hopefully you can get your hands on this amazing gin. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Riana is awesome, her gin is awesome. And see you next time.